I like to think that old Charlie, who is dead when the novel opens, in fact made something of himself. He was ripe to go off on some affirmative action program, maybe to say Holy Cross. He continued to have confusions. He wanted to acknowledge his blackness, but it just didn't seem to, pay off. In order to justify his lack of control, maybe old Charlie, went to Yale Law. Yale had an affirmative action admission program, and Charlie certainly fit the picture of the pitiful Negro who would try very, very hard. Let's say old Charlie graduated and got a job with some senator, say from Missouri, where he hung a Confederate flag in his office to sort of say, I'm all right, see? In that office, it finally dawns on Charlie that whatever it means to be black, it is too painful to support. Charlie turns on black people with vengeance. He cannot identify with them. They are losers. Didn't he, after all, put his past behind him? Why can't they? Charlie goes back and reclaims his son. At one point, he even sells his sports car that the company is recalling to pay the kids' tuition. Charlie likes dirty movies, though, and that is the only visible weakness. He likes to watch them and he likes to talk about them, but only to the young black women in his office, only to the women he feels have rejected him, only to the women he knows have less power than he. Charlie goes around giving speeches, laughing at his family. He has found his father and takes pride in not speaking to him. He takes pride in his mother's not having running water in her home. He rejoices and revels in his sisters needing public assistance. He is the darling of the new right. Sure, he has to hear the inward jokes and laugh. They, after all, cannot be about him. He's not a hard ER. He is a chosen one. He marries Miss Anne. He, in fact, gets a nice dowry since no other man would take her. And he doesn't mind so much when, as they climb into their twin beds and turn out the lights, she says, Charlie, smile so I can see where you are. After all, he is her husband and has rights if he chooses to assert them. And hey, success costs something. Why don't those other Negroes listen to him and try to understand? Poor Charlie is rewarded for his faithful service. He is appointed to the Supreme Court. All he has to do is shift his eyes, shuffle his feet, and lie like hell about the one black woman who dared to say, this man has no character. Everybody loved the show. Highest rating since the Nixon scandals. Charlie loved humiliating the black woman. And that will show them about turning me down. She should have said yes. His white folks came through for him. That will show all the black women to mess with a black man. Of course, the fact that black women had done nothing to him would never enter his mind, which he lost. As he stood to be sworn on the White House lawn when, instead of the U.S. Marine Band breaking into the Star-Spangled Banner, or America the Beautiful, or God Bless America, or any song indicated how far Charlie had risen, the band played Old Black Joe.